Oh yeah, speaking of Bao Bao, I heard FUWAMOCO announced that they're moving to Japan. I still feel like living in Japan would probably give me more opportunities and possibilities and make it easier to bond with Japanese members and off collabs and this and that. Okay, I can't take the FOMO anymore. I need to move to Japan. I don't really have that option now anymore. And I've lived in Japan at the beginning of my whole lifetime. And man, I wish we could have already gotten 3D back then. But in the end, it was of no use to me to be in Japan. Didn't even meet that many people, that many hololive members. I met way more on the trips that I go on every now and then than I did in that half year of living in Japan while being in Holo. So it's a FUWAMOCO, and I wish them the best of luck. I know that, you know, they've lived in Japan before and that they are very excited to live there again. Yeah, but so many members are moving there. And yeah, seeing so many members move over, it does give me huge FOMO. But I'm gonna stay strong and try my best where I am. Yeah.
You lived in Japan when you debuted in hololive, but then you moved to Austria. Tell us about that time, and do you want to move back again?
Yeah, sometimes people ask me that if I want to go back to Japan, and of course I want to go back to Japan. I'm actually going back to Japan soon, but for me, I think for living, I can live comfortably in Austria right now. In Japan, as much as I kind of want to live there again, I have kitty cats, and that's like the biggest issue. And also just it's a bit difficult to live in Japan for foreigners often. There's many like hurdles to get over, and yeah, it's difficult to get a visa and so on. So it's not only that, it's just many issues in general, and also that I have my family here in Europe, I have my friends here in Europe and in Austria, and I just like living in Europe in general for many reasons. So for a living, I would stay here. But I'm definitely going back to Japan, so wait for me. Wait for me.
Do you think it was worth it, the time you spent there?
Yeah, I mean, the 1 year working holiday was not the only time I spent in Japan. I also lived there before for like 2 years. So in total, it's kind of like 3 years. It was an experience that has helped me become more mature and independent, also confident. Yeah, so I would say it's worth it, especially like at a young age. I think it really was a lot of fun to experience Tokyo, especially. Also Osaka. I lived in Osaka for a while too, so I do miss those memories, and I'm glad that I did it. I'm looking forward to visiting more different places in Japan.